NABBA Australia, what a year it's been. Bit of a wrap up here. We've been everywhere this year to all the state qualifying shows, pro qualifying shows for Korea. We've been to Korea twice, UK Universe. It's been an insane season. We had the World Championships right here in Sydney. Wow. Where do we start?
Where do we
Maria,
start?
where do we start?
From the very beginning. What a year, all right.
It's been, we've done Korea twice. I just got back from the universe with Maria.
Yep.
We had a really good team going over there.
Yeah.
Some great results.
Our biggest team in over 20 years.
Yeah.
Which really shows how excited people are about travelling again and these opportunities that are being presented to them to compete on such world-class stages and for such prestigious titles. So it's really exciting, and it's just the beginning of what's to come.
Yeah, I think we can take it back to our first Korea trip at the start of the year, because I think that just opened up a big avenue for
Wow.
athletes. Like, we weren't expecting that at all. And I remember going there and coming back. It's like, wow, we've got to tell the world about this, because
100%.
we need every competitor to know this is what's available to anyone, like amateurs, pros in NABBA. Wow,
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, we literally cracked open like the what's the alternate like sort of universe for, you know, everybody to sort of jump into. I'm really proud of that too. Like it was like an and ah, do I go, do I build this relationship? And then we jumped straight in and we haven't looked back since. And what a whirlwind adventure it's been, you know, building this relationship with Korea.
And I've spoken to a couple of people who competed with IFBB who said that it was arguably a bigger and better production than the Olympia. And I know that's a huge call, and a lot of people are probably watching this going, yeah, whatever. But honestly, when you see what they've done, it is insane. My jaw was on the ground, and I remember when Stan walked in and saw the production.
Yep.
Same deal.
Yep.
Jaw-dropping.
Jaw-dropping, incredible, massive screens, no expense spared on the audio production. We had cameras that were remote on the floor, and a stage that you could play cricket on.
Yep.
It was-
Literally.
Yep. It was the biggest, craziest thing I've ever seen.
I remember going to the amateur show at the start of the year in Korea, and honestly, I didn't think they could top that.
Yeah.
I didn't think.
Wow,
And then
see?
we went to the pro show. I was
Challenge
like,
accepted.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow. This
yeah.
is like nothing I've ever
Hold
seen.
my beer.
Yeah, hold my beer. Like that was crazy.
It was. And, you know, literally, that's just the beginning. We've discussed their future plans for this pro show and their amateur shows.
Yeah.
And it's like, seriously, you guys have no idea what we're about to give you access to. You know, how we're going to change the game. It's exciting.
Yeah, and it's not a pipe dream either. This
Nope.
is not a carrot on the end of a string.
No.
It's something that we're offering not only to our pro athletes, but we're offering it to the amateurs.
Yep.
So
We're-
this is a real opportunity, and you don't have to do 10 seasons with us. This is something that you can go into your very first season competing with us. You can come overseas. Now, if you get your pro card, you can compete for some serious money.
Serious money, and you can it's not going to take you years to qualify or get
No,
there, or
that's correct.
you know, it's actually, like I said, it's not a pipe dream. It's doable. It's accessible. It's right there.
And Australia's watching now. Like,
Oh, dude.
I remember at the start, all the hype coming up into the worlds, and then moving into Korea. I was like, I could not believe this. Like, wow, this is NABBA.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
and people can see this, and there's a lot of talk happening online. And it's like, what's happening over at NABBA? What are they offering over in Korea? How much is the prize money? So we have a lot of interest now in the background. So
Yeah.
How much
Yes.
was the prize money? It was about 40,000 for men's bodybuilding.
Bodybuilding.
That's not a prize share.
No. That's first prize.
First place.
Yeah.
40 grand.
yeah, and I think it was 25 for bikini. Men's physique, I think it was 20 or 25. So
That's pretty impressive.
it is. it
And
is.
the fact that, you know what, everyone got paid.
Yeah.
Like literally.
It's like getting a wage, right? So you're actually being paid to be a pro. Like when you're winning the pro league,
Well, that's
you're
the
getting
point.
that payment weekly because they split it up over the year.
They make it a salary
Yeah, they
so
make it a
that you
salary.
look
Yeah.
on paper like you are a professional athlete earning wages.
Yeah, it's amazing.
You know, they set you up for success. So that way, when you go to the bank or you go whatever, like, yes, I'm a pro athlete, look at my wages. Like, you know, look at this, you know, I'm earning money as an athlete. So it's actually, they're very smart and they're looking after their athletes by doing things like that, you
Well,
know?
it's the opportunity too, but definitely looking after their athletes. And I think moving forward, especially being a pro, it's like people say there's no money in bodybuilding, but with
It's
NABBA,
money. There's
in the
money.
pro league, you can make something out of it. you know?
Absolutely.
So
And
there's
our
opportunity.
circuit is growing, our pro circuit. So you'll have, you know, NABBA Pro Show.
Yeah.
We're sanctioned. We're going to have an Australian Pro Show. The money is getting bigger and bigger with the universe. Like, so, you know, that's just the three of us. That's a good circuit, you know, to begin with, and it's just going to get stronger and bigger. And the world's coming. Like they're hanging to come to Australia to do a pro show, and like we're itching to get over to Korea to be part of their productions as well. Like it's happening.
Which is, that's a twice a year thing now, is that right?
Yeah. So it's growing.
Can we just take it back to
Please.
season A this year? Just ramping up into the worlds, because I know it was a big year for us, you know, pushing advertising and stuff like that, and having that world championship here in our own
Yeah.
backyard. Take us back to that, because it feels like it was a long time ago, but that was all this year. It's been
Yeah.
a huge
Yeah.
bloody year. And
Yeah.
It was an amazing experience. And not only the show, the after party, having all the athletes on the boat,
Best.
having fun, and it was like, you know, family.
Absolutely.
And I don't think you find that anywhere else in
Nah.
any other federation.
On my Facebook memories, you know, they come up. It's 1 year anniversary since we won the bid,
Yep.
and you were right there next to me, literally sitting at my left.
I cried. I remember I was
You
crying.
did, and you're like, Pat's like, did we just win? Did we just get this? Like, you know, it was such a like crazy, surreal. You know, we went in there ready for war, like, and
I'll
the
never
fact,
forget.
yeah, the fact that, you know, everyone just said, all right, Australia, we got you, go do it, you know, and
I remember directly after that meeting, I went back to my room and I started texting, you know, Rule 1 and all these companies said, listen, we won. We won. So you gotta jump on board. And we had all these people approaching us. I was like, yep, I'm in. It was, yeah.
it was
something very
incredible,
surreal.
you know, expanding the family, you know, tenfold, and the support that came through was the biggest thing, you know, for me. Like, it was, everyone had each other's backs, and we were just so invested in the success of this event for our athletes, you know, to give everyone the opportunity of a world stage right here, because not many people, you know, have the opportunity to go and step on a world stage. So it was nice to be able to actually offer that, you know. Ugh. It's like,
What's your thoughts, Steve, moving forward? From that season A, we went straight into Korea for the amateur show. We brought over a little team. JFit Media came with us too.
yeah,
Came with
JFit
us.
Media.
And that was something to remember too, because not only did we go there for NABBA, for the competitors, but we got to get shown around Korea. Elon, the president over there, amazing. Like what
The
they
best
what they did for
hospitality.
us is crazy. But maybe a bit about the show, a bit about our competitors that we brought over there, and the experience that. You know, what did they get out of it? Like, we took Cooper over.
Yeah, we took Cooper and Ariel.
Yeah.
If you ask Cooper, he got the experience of a lifetime, like a stage like he'd never even, you know, imagined. He'd always dreamed of, but never really imagined, you know, that he would actually get to step on and, you know, go to town and be able to just like be an athlete, you know, an international athlete on such an incredible stage. They fed us, you know, made sure that the boys had their proper food that they needed and all of that sort of stuff. The hospitality was out of this world. And even the second time we went, the hospitality was still out of this world.
Well, I mean, I remember turning up to the airport and having banners and a big entourage and a group of guys to take us.
I actually said
to
to Pat, I think
transport
we
us
wrecked
to-
someone's surprise. Like, I thought it was for someone else. I'm like,
Yeah.
Pat, I reckon we stuffed someone's surprise.
Yeah,
And then we
it
looked at the
was-
sign and it welcoming all of us. And I was just like, no
It was. I
way.
I felt like royalty.
Yeah.
And as did obviously the athletes that came. They really looked after us. And
But that's NABBA, you know. Obviously, it's the Korean hospitality, but that embodies like NABBA, and that's what I'm so proud of. That's what I'm trying to emulate here as well. Like, it's
Yeah.
family, and yeah.
yeah, it really is. And as
But
the-
but
as the-
now we bonded so much like on that trip too. Like, we have something that we all going to treasure for the rest of our lives, like memories together, like, you know, all the laughs, all the adventures, you know, the silly photos that we took of each other. Me, I took of you like falling asleep and snoring, and you of me stuffing my face with Korean barbecue. I was like, oh yeah, I'm not even sorry, like, you know.
I actually remember when we got to the airport, Elon was there. It's like, okay, Maria, judges, you're in this car. Cooper, Ariel, you're going to go with them. They've got all your chicken ready,
Yeah.
stuff like that. So I was very amazed that,
Yeah.
you know, not only transporting us to places and accommodation and stuff like that, but the athletes had all their food ready to rock. So they didn't have to worry about where they can get their supplies from. They had
No,
their supplies.
they were sorted.
And they supplied everything for us. I was
Yeah.
like, this is,
Yeah, the athletes have been looked after. And actually, I was just reflecting on the Universe trip
Yep.
that we were on just a couple of weeks ago. One of the girls had, unfortunately, her was a travel agent, had booked her to stay in Ireland, I think it was.
Yeah, the wrong country.
So, she was in tears, absolutely distraught. I just
Horrible.
want to say, like, how amazing it was. Maria didn't even hesitate. Maria had booked accommodation. She had a 3-bedroom place, and without hesitation, basically just said, yep, you can come and stay with us.
Yeah, she rang me. She goes, I don't know what I'm going to do now. I'm like, what do you mean you don't know what you're going to do? You're going to come where I am. Like, that's what you're going to do.
So
Like,
that problem was taken care of straight away.
Oh.
And like Maria says, like, we're a family. We look after each other.
100%.
We really do. And, if an athlete is going through something overseas or here, we like to think that we are open to doing our best to try and help them the same way that we would expect that we would be helped. And, being, transformation competitor, I've competed in men's pro bodybuilding many, many moons ago. Pat, being a competitor as well, just the stress around your prep and how that can affect even your condition on the day. But, when you're in a foreign country and someone's stuffed up your accommodation.
And you're a 20-year-old girl.
Yeah. And to have your accommodation just fixed like within a phone call. I'm not saying that things can be fixed straight away, but for us to, make sure that we go out of our way to, look after people like they are our own family, and to treat people the same way that we would want to be treated. And that's
It's not just words for us. That's the thing there.
well, that's the NABBA family, right? That's
exactly what we are.
Yeah.
And there's
that's a big reason why I wanted to be a part of NABBA, because of the fact that I like what it stands for. There are a lot of great federations out there, but NABBA really stands out in that department. I really do feel like the extension to the athletes, made to try to accommodate them and treat them the way that that we would want to be treated as well.
I think what it comes down to, like, you've competed with federations, I've competed with federations, and what we wanted to see was like, okay, we could make this better. What would we do if we were going to run a federation? And I think we've implemented those changes with NABBA.
Well, and that's the
just
thing
try to
too.
make
Like,
it,
you've
you
been
know-
allowed to actually have an opinion and a point of view, and it all be respected. And actually, you know what? I don't think I like it, but let's give it a crack. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we've worked together, and it's all like just for the greater good of what we're building. And it's just it's actually.
We're trying to give them what they want, right? We can always take money here on stage, see you later, but we don't want it to be like that.
No.
We want the whole experience
No.
to be pleasurable. And obviously we want to give back, so we know how
We
much
want to bring the
it
excitement
costs.
back. You know, I think we've lost the excitement and, you know, lost sight of what it was all about anyway.
I think a lot of federations turn into a business.
Yeah.
Right. Just a money transaction, but we want it to be bodybuilding. We want it to be fun.
100%.
You know,
Entertaining
and we want the competitors to be friendly backstage. We want everyone to be talking, not so closed off to each other. We should all be friends. We should all be learning of each other. So
we have that.
Yeah.
We actually have that. Like, I'm really proud of that. Like, our culture is completely different. And you've got coaches that are like big, you know, in other federations, and they say, look, just backstage, like, they always give us the feedback. We've never experienced anything like it, you know. So I'm really proud of all of that, and really proud that this is just the beginning. We can only get better from here. And if that's what we're like the baseline of what we're working with, then we're on the right track.
I think even seeing some of the competitors backstage, even some of the NABBA pros that weren't competing, helping other athletes backstage,
we're all there,
giving them tips on posing
we had
tan.
pros from other federations backstage as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Look, you know, we're it really is like you can't help but get involved because it's infectious. Like, it is actually the vibe is infectious, and everyone just starts having a good time, and everyone just starts jumping in for one another because that's just what's happening. You know, like, it's like the bad fruit thing, you know, like, you are who you're next to. So if someone's, you know, if the vibe is on, then everyone's on, and it's so great. You know,
Well, we want to see the best out of every athlete. So, whatever advice we can shovel out, type of thing.
Well,
what we do.
The other thing too, from a speaking of wanting to see the best of the athletes, that reminds me of the Queensland show where we had one particular athlete who we felt was not in the right category, and I know that I've seen examples of this where people are in the wrong category. And unfortunately, because they've registered for that category, they're not to be moved. But again, treating athletes the way that I'd like to be treated, I was more than happy to not only move her, but explain to her why I felt she should be moved, and give her the option to come across and do that. We did not penalise the athlete in any way, shape or form, particularly from a financial standpoint, because I felt like, well, she was here. And we switched her across into a different category. It was a category that suited her. So, you know, that's, again, I feel like that's a NABBA point of difference. And
we want to set you up for success.
Well, we've done that in a few shows.
And they did it at the Universe.
Yeah.
So it's a NABBA thing. Again, it's the NABBA difference.
Well, you don't want to give the wrong idea. So in a lot of our shows, we've switched some, you know, from in the figure, that we've switched over. So if we let them compete in that category that is not fitting, then we're sending a wrong message to anyone else that wants to compete in that category. So by moving these competitors over, we're keeping a clear vision, a clear line, a clear set of rules of why.
That's right. We're not blurring the lines. Yeah. And that's what I find is there's a lot of blurred lines now, and that's how you know, categories evolve into something that they're not even meant to be, and then people see things that are getting rewarded just because that's what's on stage that day, not because that's what the criteria is. And so we don't want any blurred lines.
Always
and so we're making sure that we set everyone up for success and that we keep the criteria. Staying true to the criteria.
Me and Steve have spoken a few times when this has happened, and we've had a quick discussion. It's like, yep, has to be done. And I can say now they were all the right choices that we made.
Well, at the end of the day, I know my neck is on the chopping block. You know, whether it be
your neck's still on there though.
It's always on there. Sure is.
Yep.
Whether it be a private message from athletes, or whether it be, subject of being on a forum. Potentially, I don't think I've been on a forum, but I hope never to be on a forum for dodgy decisions. But I would like to always, and I've always said this to Pat when we're on the judges' table, I'm going to need to justify this decision. Yep. Whichever way we go, I'm going to need to justify it. Yep. I'm going to have to explain to not only the athlete that placed first, but maybe the second and third athlete as to why, particularly the second and third and fourth athlete, as to why people were placed where they were. So I've always made a very strong point of staying true to what I feel is the criteria, but also the principles of how I judge bodybuilding.
Yep.
You know, I've always said when condition's close, muscularity will win. However, you know, when obviously condition is very off,
Yeah.
then we need to start looking at rewarding conditioning
Yeah.
over size, because you can't just turn up looking like a big a big blob who's off season, and then you're not rewarding athletes who are working hard.
I think me and you have bounced off a few times with different competitors. Sometimes it means they might have a different view on things sometimes, but
That's good.
then,
That's what you're there for.
Steve will justify his side, I'll justify my side, then we come to a conclusion. Okay, this is the direction that
You don't have to agree all the time, and your places don't have to be the same.
Look, we all have a different eye, but
that's right.
At the end of the day, there's a criteria to follow, and we make sure we follow that as closely as possible.
And look, in bodybuilding, there's no right or wrong, because there's so many different shades as to how. And when I talk about bodybuilding, I'm talking about, you know, categories from bikini right through to to figure and bodybuilding. But there is no right or wrong. But as long as you've got a reason why you come up with the result. Because, and again, I've had multiple times where I've had to speak to coaches, I've had to speak to athletes, and I'm not giving them one-word answers. And I know there'll be coaches and athletes watching this and say that my feedback has been very comprehensive.
Yeah.
Because, again, as an athlete, I know that I would want more than, just get bigger or be leaner or whatever. Sometimes they're talking about, you know, as I said distinctly, why did that athlete place over that particular one? What were the points of difference, and what was it that swayed your decision? Not just, we just felt it should go to that person. So, you know, I want athletes to know that when they stand on a NABBA stage, there'll be no favours. I will do no favours for anybody, you know, at all.
No.
And if not,
And I think that's the NABBA difference, right? It doesn't matter when we're on the judging panel. We're judges.
We are judges.
There's
Simple as that,
the
you know?
judge, the NAB. I always say that the judging panel is like Sweden or Switzerland. Which one's the neutral one? They always say, well, I'm Sweden or I'm
would
Sweden.
not have a clue.
That one of those ones,
I'm
because it's
Switzerland.
not. Is it Switzerland? That the
is.
judging table is Switzerland.
Yeah.
Is it? Yes. Stop. So,
Well, they're not neutral
like,
at the moment.
it's like that's it. Like, like neutral. Like,
Yeah.
they don't belong to anyone. They're no one's friends. They're like they are.
Yeah.
It like that.
Yeah.
That doesn't. They're
if
not
it
even
is-
in that world. That
if it
realm
such,
is, you
though,
know,
But if it is such that, because let's face it, everybody knows everybody,
100%.
right? So you're always going to have a scenario where somebody is 1 degree, 2 degree, 3 degree separation.
Yeah.
But it's up to the judges to use their integrity to stick their hand up and step off the panel if they feel as though there is some form of
Conflict.
of conflict there. So, and that's the thing. And I've always said, as a head judge, I've always said to the competitors, you do not place, or you're not in a position to be placing athletes who are, you know, friends, or even if you were a previous coach, that you feel as though, look, that relationship
That's a bit
is
dodgy.
such-
Look,
Yeah.
I think I did that about 2 or 3 times through season A and season B.
Yeah.
With Steve, I said, look, I can't judge this one.
Yep.
I'm going to sit this one out.
Yep.
I don't want to be biased in any way, so
Yeah.
I'll sit
Yeah.
out. Yeah, and it's fair. It's fair for the competitors, right?
100%.
You know, when there's a split decision, and when there has been a split decision, and that athlete has been, you know, a good friend of mine, or it's somebody who, you know, somebody who I might have coached, I literally will just, I won't.
You won't even give an opinion. Like, you sit back and just let the process
I'm
take care of
out. I
itself.
literally, you'll see
Yeah.
me go, I'm out.
Yeah, you've done that a few times.
Yeah.
Then the pressure's on me, but yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't, I prefer that you get the pressure.
Thanks, Steve.
100%. Doesn't matter if you whisper.
So but back to what I was saying, seeing Samantha's routine throughout the year, but then seeing her song choice for the universe, I was like, wow. It's like you're making Australia proud right here.
100%.
And then for her to take it out on top of that was, look, we knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
Because she's phenomenal,
Yeah.
right? She's
Yeah.
for that category.
And in a green and gold bikini, like the whole thing was Aussie, 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 oi, oi, oi.
She needs to
It's
be
like,
plastered everywhere. It's like, this is the exact look for this category
When-
right here.
100%.
That was like
when she
perfection.
walked out, on stage,
Yeah.
the 2 judges, well, there was a judge next to me. She was from Mexico, and then I think the other judge from Ireland as well. But after the fact, I just said that was such an easy category to judge when she walked out compared to all the other athletes. So she was just, and it's no disrespect to the other athletes at all,
No.
but she was just an absolute league
She's
of her
just
own.
everything that toned
epitomises
figure
that-
should
that
be.
category.
And that's the thing. I love toned figure for so many reasons, and I can't wait to grow it and
It's such
for
a
her to be
beautiful
the
category.
face of it. Like that's the original figure category ever.
Yeah.
That was figure, and people are like, "Oh, this toned figure." I'm like, dude, if it wasn't for that figure, you wouldn't have that figure.
right.
So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I
and
remember when she walked out in Queensland, and I was sitting on stage. I said, "Oh my god, like that was like perfection."
yeah.
I mean, the line that she had coming up,
Yeah.
I was like, "Wow, this is that
Yeah.
that signature pose that she had." Yeah, phenomenal.
Absolutely. And, you know, we made history with her. Like, as I said to Sam, like, obviously, at the moment, the universe in the pro division doesn't have the toned figure category. And we're working on it. And now after sort of, like, seeing all of this, like, I've got, like, really good argument for it in the next sort of Congress meeting and stuff like that. And I said to her, I'm going to give you a pro card. Even though there's sort of nowhere at the moment that you can go with a, like obviously you're allowed to compete, you'll finish your season as an amateur and do all of that, and she can continue to do that until there is a pro division. I said, but someone has to start it off.
Yes.
And you are the perfect person because you are the epitome of that
100%,
division,
100%.
and you meet the criteria, the closest I've ever seen anyone meet it. And so I'm like, you are the face of this. Like, it's like, do you want to go this way? You know, and like, obviously she hasn't accepted it because like, as in officially, but we know, like, you know, it's more like an honorary one because you deserve it, but it's not there for you yet. But are you happy to sort of be the face of it, to build it, to bring awareness to it, to, you know, build it in Australia? And she's just like, hell yes, I am. And, you know, and now she's finally...
High standard, eh?
Yeah.
A very high. Not only with her physique, but her posing and everything else. She sets a
She's
very high
complete.
standard.
Very complete.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, you know, the fact that for NABBA and, you know, or well, for any federation, but like she's willing to work with anyone on that posing, routines, because I've said to her from the very, very beginning, at the very least, you need to choreograph routines for people. Like you have this passion for it, and that just comes out. I said, you know, you've got a huge future in this if you choose, because she was in defence at the time and whatever. But I just knew this is what, you know, she wanted to sort of eventually go into. But I think in the beginning there wasn't a self-esteem issue, and this is again the NABBA difference.
Yeah.
I saw something in her. I didn't hold it in. I went to her and I said, "There's something special. I'm not pissing in your pocket.
Yeah.
You need to, you know that we believe in you in this. And when you start to believe in yourself in this, then come and see me and I'm going to help you."
I think I remember, I'm not sure it was last year or year before when she competed, and I gave her some feedback. I think she had curly hair. I'm not sure it was last year.
Yeah, no, the year before at Bankstown. I'll never forget it, in an orange bikini.
And like when I was doing her feedback, it's like there wasn't much to say. It's like the shape, balance was good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And look at her now.
Yeah.
Like, still on that topic, right? Posing routine. You see many other athletes, great physiques, right? But sometimes posing isn't so good.
Lets them down.
It does.
Like, fully,
and it's a shame. You
seriously.
just want to go up on stage while they're doing their pose, like, just fix this, or just a bit more open, or...
Like you will it to them. Like you're trying to like mentally communicate with them. Like give me what I need to see, what I know you have, and they want.
It's very important. Like, you spend 5 months prepping for a show. If you have to get a posing coach, get a posing coach. So a lot of the times, these guys and even the females, they get off stage and they ask their friends, right? And maybe their friends are not athletes. They don't compete. How did I look? You're great. You're this. You're that. It's okay. But it's not actually helping them move forward. You know, you need to ask someone that was looking. I'd rather someone say to me, you know what, when you do your back pose, make sure your hammies weren't on, or your back or your arms are a bit low. That's what you want to hear. Because I remember even when I competed, I used to ask my mates, "Oh, you're great." Then I look back at the videos, like, I wasn't great. That back pose was shit. My legs should.
They're not my friends.
But like that's how you learn. But you want honest opinions. But competitors on stage, make sure you're nailing your posing. You work hard to get there, If you need to get a posing coach for a couple of rounds, man, they'll help you sort out whatever you need
It's
to
just
showcase what you have.
it is like, look, you're spending all this money on food and coaching and this and that, dude. That's what you've got to invest in. That's where you need to, that's going to make or break you. Like we say it all the time, but you need to listen now.
Now, on the subject of posing, I've had this question asked to me, and it's not people often ask me, but I actually have been asked this quite a lot with posing specifics for different categories in NABBA, and I've always said the same thing: is that I believe that with your poses, provided that you do them in a way in which shows your physique in the best possible light, you will never be marked down. I will never, ever mark you down.
Yeah.
I will, and the same for all the other judges there, you will not be marked down for what we would consider, or what some might consider, an incorrect
Placing of the foot or something,
Yes, of
Forward
feet or
back,
hands.
whatever,
I've heard people being roasted doing a side chest pose with a hand over when it should have been under. Look, that's pedantic, and it's probably...
You know what? No one size fits all. Like, why are you gonna why should we make them like someone do a pose when it looks better in a different way? They can present their body better in a different way. We've got to allow that. But people don't know how to do creative license. They're like, no, just tell me what to do. What is that pose? It's like, what looks best for you?
Yeah, so you have, you'll have, we'll talk bodybuilding, for example, you have your standard poses, but remember Ryan Hoff asked me about specifics in posing, and I said to him, I said, you will not be marked down if you pose in the way that shows your physique off in the best light. So for any coaches out there, look, you can always message me anyway on through the NABBA page or through Team Bordeaux. If you're not following me, just follow me, even if it's just to poke fun at me, whatever. I don't care.
Well, that's why I followed you.
It's great to, we have the NABBA workshops, right? The posing workshops. And look, it's a good rundown on basics, right?
100%.
To get the basics right.
Yep.
Then obviously, if you need more advice further than that, look, you can still get in contact with us, but we do have a few posing coaches within
and our pros are going to get heavily involved this year in regards to posing and stuff like that. We're really going to bring our pros into the limelight. This is what we're doing. We're bringing back, the fandom of the sport, all of that sort of stuff. And that's, and the fact that they're going to be so closely, involved in everything that we do is really exciting, because this is what we need to bring back into the sport.
Right? So,
absolutely.
That's exactly what we're doing.
So, getting back to, this business of the poses, I had a few girls in the bikini category, and also the wellness category, which is just kicking off as well. And they were concerned with a few things like hair placement. That was a real big one. Do we put the hair the front to the back?
Oh, that was a great call.
Yeah,
that was a fantastic call. Well, I said, what's the point of doing a back pose when your back's covered?
Yeah,
I see glutes and hammies, but we want to see the top up, because we want to see the balance and all.
Yeah,
so having your back covered is like, what's the point in that?
Yeah. So I've said that I've said to all the judges that we are judging. We want to see the back, so we do prefer the hair for the girls in bikini and in wellness. I want to see the hair around the front while the girls are facing towards the rear of the stage. Because again, you're not getting a chance to showcase your hard work.
That could actually make the difference.
Yeah. So that's a real big one. But in saying that too, if there are girls who are forgetting that, because
call it.
If you are if you're in a federation, so for example, let's say for example, one of the different federations that has those, with the hair just drop down the back. Look, just because that federation's doing it, and you might make the mistake of leaving your hair around there, I'll call it. I'll just say, competitor, 20, can you please just put your hair around to the front. So
Yeah.
that way no one's going to be at any disadvantage.
Again, we don't just think, oh, I wish they would have moved their hair to the
Yeah.
front and that could
We'll
have
tell
made
them.
the difference. We tell you,
Yeah.
again, setting you up for success, the NABBA
Yep,
difference.
absolutely. So, we will cue you. And again, if you're, again, with the posing, if you're doing a side chest when you should be doing a front lat spread,
Yeah.
I will stop and I'll get you to, get you to do it. We're not going to pull the whole, couldn't see it, so I'm not judging it.
Yeah, no.
Bullshit. Okay. So,
We give you your time on stage.
Yeah, 100%.
We make sure it's enjoyable.
Yeah.
Like I said, you prep for 4 or 5 months. We're not going to shoot you off the stage a couple of minutes, see you later. We want to see
we're not
everything you've
speed
got.
cameras here. Right?
No,
We're
no.
not just going, right, they
The
were
flashbang,
they're
see
speeding
ya.
or they weren't. So we're going to, we're just
We'd
going to
probably make more money if we were. Like,
But yeah, we're using discretion.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We're gonna be discretionary. And again, like Maria says, we want to set the athletes up for success. So
Yep.
we give them every opportunity. That way, you're not walking off stage going, man, if only I had not stuffed up that pose. Like I was doing a front lat spread, I should have been doing a side chest.
Yeah.
Or when I turned around, my hair wasn't around the back. Oh, bugger. Or wasn't around the front. At the end of the day, we're going to give every athlete the opportunity to showcase themselves. And again, so don't worry too much about, obviously we want to have the basic poses done.
Yep.
But again, your posing coach is going to say, oh, well, is this the NABBA pose or is this an ICN pose or an IFBB pose? It really doesn't matter to us.
Yeah.
We're okay with that. We're not going to be that pedantic that we're going to penalise you for it. So you just bring to the stage what it is that you feel showcases your physique the best. And
That's right.
from there, you'll be rewarded
Well,
accordingly.
yep. So we've said it, before, and we'll say it again. You do have creative license to make your physique look the best it can possibly look. Don't get too caught up in it. I see it all the time.
Yeah.
But what is it? It's like, no. You talk to work it out with your posing coach.
Yeah.
What's the best for you? Beautiful, do it. And as a posing coach, who wouldn't want a little bit of freedom to tweak their athletes?
Especially, and that's the other thing too. We've got some athletes who look better. You might be, excuse me for using bodybuilding, but, for example, a side tricep pose, you might be better having your hands over the top, over the back. Some people do a side tricep with both legs together.
Yeah.
Some do it with 1 foot back.
Yeah.
So again,
some open up too on the other side.
yeah,
So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
So, and some turn their quads out.
Yes. That's
So
right, yeah.
again, there's not going to be any case of we've got an IFB or not IFBB type style or we've got a NABBA style or whatever. It's just a U style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, as long as you're not doing a pose that looks distinctly completely
Opposite, yeah.
different.
Yeah.
But if it is, we're going to
Yeah.
tell you,
Yeah.
hey,
You need to
competitor
look at it
20,
like this.
30, change it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. But no. Okay, moving forward.
Yes.
So we've had a huge year. So what is the arrangement for next year moving into
So-
season A, then Korea,
Yes.
the universe,
Exciting.
like a one show format.
So we're doing
Season eight.
more like a big exhibition show instead of, the States, because we are now incorporating Korea into our season for the amateurs.
wait for this. I love
Oh my
this.
God.
Yeah.
So we are working with a travel partner to get the best deal. It won't even be, if you look at what you're going to spend to go around to different states to do whatever, that's what it's going to cost
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
So instead of doing a million peak weeks and whatever, we're going to have a big team together.
Yeah.
We've already, got, at least 10 people that want to go. Like, it's going to be a big team. Can you imagine traveling together?
Going to Korea.
Going to Korea.
But the good thing about Korea too, 10 hours, and it's 1 hour difference.
So there's no
Yeah,
jet
there's
lag,
no
there's
Jet
no
lag, it's
this,
back, you're there. It's
Yeah.
simple. It's
You
easy.
know.
The place is so clean.
It's the best.
Amazing
It's
food.
insane.
But the thing
Yes.
is, this is the difference. Like, all right, we can do the 10 million shows and go to state and and qualify and this and that. No, come and do,
Yeah.
come and qualify, and then let's go to the world stage.
Yeah.
Let's go and smash it out. And
Do we have that date
experience.
locked in now for season A?
Yep.
This big
So
one
it's the
format
6th of
show?
June.
6th of June, guys. 6th of June.
And then the
Get
week
ready
after
for it.
that is Korea. And then the week after that is the Worlds, should you choose to want to continue on to the Worlds, which I think that you should if you're already there.
And the World is held in the UK.
In
this
the
year.
UK this year,
Yeah.
in Newcastle. So that's on the 21st. So
that's convenient.
that's
Back-to-back weeks.
yeah, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. Like I said, we're going to talk to travel partners to get the best deal that we can get, and we'll help where we can. But yeah, it's exciting times. We're making it
Yeah.
different. Like I've posted, we're doing it different. We're making it different. It's not that we just want to do one show. It's like, let's do them different. Let's do them better. Let's make it more exciting.
This Korea show, though, like this Korea show, it still blows me away.
It's unlike you've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Well, you can't even justify it. Like, you need to be there.
You have
Have
to be
to go.
there.
You can see it online. It's like, oh, you got to be
Yeah.
there to see
But
it.
the thing is,
And I
I've never
promise-
seen a federation to travel together like this.
Yeah.
We're all going to be together. We're all going to be supporting each other.
Yeah.
We're going to have, some of our pros come with us to help support as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, our Korean family are ready to welcome us, and they're so excited that we're going to be coming over. Like I said, we're doing it different. We're creating opportunities. We're creating excitement. We're creating.
Oh, I promise it will
Well,
blow you away. It is insane.
Yeah.
It's all about having
Yeah.
fun too, you know what I mean? It doesn't have to be draining,
Oh.
when you got a bit of a family with you too. We go in there, we're all there for the same purpose, you know what I mean? We
100%.
love bodybuilding, we love the sport.
And that's what we said this year. We want to bring that back, the fun, the excitement, and
love it.
as good
those
as this
Australian
year was, it was amazing. Like, we're gonna the tracksuit and this and that, and amazing.
Yeah.
And as great as this year was, and as much as we learned, fuck, do we learn a lot, bro? Oh my god!
Yeah,
But
we continuously do.
100%. But this is why we're getting better, because we're like, let's take it back to let's make it simple. Let's make it fun. Let's bring back everything that we've lost over the years.
As an athlete, it's having an experience, like I said, whether you're a pro athlete or an amateur athlete, it's having an experience that is literally, and I mean literally, like no other federation.
Yeah.
No other federation.
Yeah.
You step on that stage in Korea, for example. Korea, again, all the shows I've ever been to in Australia, and I've been international as well. I've been to Bali shows and NZ. Where else have I been? Cyprus. I've been to the UK several times now. I've never seen anything like this. It was it literally was a no expense spared show.
And the good thing too, like whenever we're going to Korea or the UK, is having you're not traveling on your own.
No.
Nope.
So there's always a judge or the president, or there's always someone there. So it
So
makes you feel at home.
It won't be daunting.
Yeah, no, exactly right.
Because
Exactly
for
right.
an athlete,
Yeah.
again, like you mentioned about the meals and stuff,
Yeah.
you're getting meals taken care of. Athletes,
Yeah.
we had issues with accommodation. Imagine going over to,
It'd be scary. Like I wouldn't
Very
do it.
scary.
I wouldn't do it.
Nah.
Trust
Well,
me.
there you go.
If I had to go by myself, no. But to know that you got a bit of a team around you.
Yeah.
And you got some bouncing
But
off it,
like
it's
in
a team.
England,
It's a
we were
family,
Yeah, it's a
right?
family. Right?
we were all together.
Yeah.
We were the loudest. We were the proudest. We were people were saying, "Oh my God!" Not only all right, they all had teams. Some most not as big as ours.
Yeah.
But they were saying the way yous are for each other. They couldn't believe it. They were like, "Wow!" That we blew their minds with how together we were, how much we encouraged each other, and how we would
support.
run back and forth. Let's go check what they need
It's the
backstage.
G-up.
It's
It's the G-up for the
far
show.
out.
It's
Support
a whole-
on
it's a whole-
stage and the support most importantly off stage.
Yeah.
Yep.
The lead up to it. So if you're an athlete who, and we'll talk amateur athletes
Yep.
for a sec.
Yeah.
If you're an amateur athlete who has thought, you know what, I would absolutely love to step on stage at an international event.
Yeah.
And believe me, I can't say it enough, you're not going to step on a greater, more impressive production than what you would in Korea.
Yeah.
Then it's only an hour's difference. You're going to go with a team of people who are not just
huge
teammates,
team
but they're
this time.
like family.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's one in all in. If somebody's got a problem with their accommodation or there's food issues or whatever, we'll get it chased up.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
100%.
you
Straight
don't
away.
have to stress that
No.
you're going to be just doing this alone.
Look, and we prank each other and we do all the brothery, sistery things and, whatever. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's not just support, it's fun, and I can't wait to like share what we've experienced that we can't even describe.
Well, it's a pre-warning shot now. Get ready. June, was it June?
June 6th for
June
the
6th.
qualifying show for the AOC, the
Yeah.
Asian Open Classic in in Korea.
Yeah.
For the next week. So that's the Asian Open Classic in Korea. They're waiting for us. It's going to be
Gonna be
good. Like, lock it in. We're going to come up with a great package that's all inclusive, though.
Yeah.
So you don't have to get there and be like everything bar food, because obviously food is very individual and all of that sort of
But
stuff.
The actual pricing for food in Korea
is nothing.
Is exactly the
amazing.
same as
And they
here,
will look after us as well. Like, if we give them everything in advance,
Yeah.
which we will. But like, your registration's going to be included, the chan's going to be included, hair and makeup. Like, we're going to make
let's
sure
make
it's
this happen.
all
Which means you
in.
don't need to chase up.
You
all
don't
this
have to do
individual stuff. Yeah.
nothing, So those packages will actually launch real soon. The deposit for that, if you back yourself to go all the way, let's do it.
Do the trio, yeah? Should we call it the trio? I don't know.
The trio.
We've got the
I think you're
Yep.
talking about us.
Like,
That costs extra.
we got the one show format here. We've got Korea. They're
Yep.
heading to the world.
And then
that's
Worlds.
That's a big trip.
it is a big trip, and we're going
Once in a
to.
lifetime almost. Back
But
to
then
back.
when we
You should
travel,
expect
and
that.
then we're
Well,
going.
actually, it's twice in a year.
Yeah,
For those that want to continue on, obviously a lot will travel home together,
Yeah.
and those that want to travel, then we're going to travel with Korea to
Yeah.
England. Like,
Yeah.
it's even going to be
And
like,
let's not forget that, like, even if season A is not for you, season B,
Oh yeah.
the universe,
Universe.
right? The universe, which is one of the holy grails of
It is.
bodybuilding
Yep.
shows.
It is.
Yep,
And
yep.
then you also have the Korea Pro Show.
Of course.
Around that same time.
And
Craziness.
this is the universe, right? This is the one that
Yeah.
Schwarzenegger won.
It's actually
right?
the real universe.
the real universe.
I think it's great the way everything matches up, right? You got season A,
Yep.
then you're going into an amateur Korea show, then you got
Yep.
the Worlds, then you got season B.
We go to pro show.
You got a Pro Show,
and
we go
then
to
universe,
So
like
actually,
craziness.
Yeah,
Craziness. Look,
like it.
next year is going to be crazy, crazy, crazy good,
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
We always say it and we always deliver. I don't care what anyone says. We can deliver each and
Always.
every time. So you can take it to the bank.
Yeah.
If you want to do it, come and do it. It's time. Like, seriously, get off the fence.
Yeah.
Come and, take
Experience
the
it.
opportunities that are given to you. I'm not just dangling. No, it's here.
You
Take
know
it.
what? Don't just take our word for it. Speak to athletes
That travelled with us,
who've
yeah.
already travelled with us.
100%.
Okay, talk to some of the pro athletes,
Yeah.
some of the amateurs. Talk to them and say, look, what
Yeah.
was your experience like? It's
Yeah,
no
dude,
point in
do
us
it.
just saying, oh look, we're this, we're
Yeah.
that, we offer you this, because a lot of talk is cheap. Have a chat to some of the athletes who've come across and ask them, what was your
Yeah.
experience like? And you ask them one important question: would you compete with NABBA again? Right, and at the end of the day, that's going to be the only answer that you
need.
Yeah.
Would
Yep.
you do it again?
Yeah.
It was, and I know full well that those athletes are going to tell you that hell yeah.
Well, look, Jared's like Miller, the perfect example of this. He came to the universe, and he was planning to retire, hang up the trunks. That
Yeah.
was going to be his swan. Doesn't matter what result he got. That was just going to be. He just wanted to compete at the universe to say he
Yeah.
did the universe, right? And so we were there as a
Jared
team,
did well too,
having
yeah.
the best thing. Great lineup, came third.
Yeah.
Right?
Beautiful.
And I'm like, oh, that's a great thing to what I thought was going to be
Yeah.
his, send off to third at the universe. Holy crap, amazing. But he got off and he's got, his media guy there and whatever, and he's looking at him and he's like, you know what, I'm not done yet. I'm not done. I'm coming back.
Coming back to that,
Well, that's
yeah.
the thing. This
That's
is
the attitude, though.
this,
That's the attitude,
but
right?
this is what it brings out in you. You know what I mean?
Even when I was competing,
Would you do it again? Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna, even though I didn't want to. Like,
you want to get back because you want to get the top spot, and
so close, like
that was my attitude. I'm going to keep coming back until I get that first place.
100%. Yeah.
And
no.
maybe a controversial question for all of us here.
Go.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
We have to have a bit of.
I can answer it first. Top athlete of the year.
Oh.
Okay, can I answer this first? You know who I'm going to say.
Samantha
No,
Isles.
It's gonna be
Samantha
I'm
Isles.
going to mention a few other people too.
Yeah.
Kane was phenomenal.
100%.
At the World's phenomenal, mate. His back shot, his glutes, his hammy ties to his glutes. Like as soon as you turn around,
How
to
do
the
you
back, I was like,
choose?
shit, man. Like just give it to him. Give
Yeah,
him
yeah,
whatever he
yeah,
wants,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
And then we had Ariel that come to
Ah.
Korea twice, and then Stan. So like there was some really big standouts, you know.
Huge standouts. Like even you know, that like you were talking about changing her thing. Oh, Sarah Marine.
Oh yes.
Like I and we didn't see like the rest of that, but it's a story untold for me. Like I loved her, and I want to see like there is her future is bright, and I want to take her all the way. Obviously Samantha Isles, Stan, Ariel, like it's like that just goes without saying in my eyes. But Tibby did so well as well, second on a pro stage,
I never forget
universe.
his back shot. And when he goes and he puts his arms down,
Yeah.
he had striations through his traps, which I don't think I've ever
Craziness.
seen before.
Yeah.
And when he did that, it was the same thing as Kane's glutes and Hammer's like, just give it to him.
Yeah, but that's the pros, all right. That goes without saying.
Yeah.
You're of pro standard. You're pro quality.
Yeah.
Pros don't count. But like there was so many. Jack Hemmings for me as well. Like
Good. You know what I liked about Jack?
Tell me.
What I liked about Jack was
Vico, sorry, all of the Dax's boys.
yeah. Jack was the sort of guy that, and I remember there was the first time I saw him compete, and he placed second.
Yep.
And I gave him some feedback.
Yeah.
And this
Was it
guy,
a bit bottom heavy? Yeah. On the
yeah,
legs,
bottom heavy.
Yeah. I remember this,
Condition needed to be better.
Yeah.
You know what?
He fucking nailed it, didn't he?
Yeah. He come back and
he literally said, "I get it, Steve. I get it. Yep. Thank you so much for the feedback."
Yeah.
He went away
And nailed it.
and he came
Yeah, I
back
remember
and he
this.
smashed it. And an absolute gentleman
Best.
on and off the stage.
Yep.
Yeah.
What I liked about Jack was he took the feedback on board. He went and did the work. He came back and
He just
got
killed it.
rewarded
He
for
just
it.
killed it.
Yeah,
And
he really did.
But in saying
yeah.
that too, though, there was a few athletes throughout the year where their shape balance phenomenal, but just couldn't bring it in.
yeah.
And it's like, man, if you just come in a bit tighter, or we just lost a couple more kilos, you would have taken the show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, it's upsetting. It's like, I just want to
Yeah,
just a little
yeah,
bit.
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's, yeah.
Yeah, no, look, I could go on and on. Like, but you know what? This is what I love: the fact that we know everybody's names.
Yeah.
We know exactly what they look like. We know them, their personality, on and off the stage. Like, we literally are a family. You stepped on my stage, I know who you are. Like, people come when we were doing their registrations, and they're like, "My name is." I go, "I know who you are."
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I know exactly who you
was
are. Like,
traveling, like you seen Stan, right? He brought his whole family
best.
to Korea. So his kids got
Best.
to see that. I remember Aggie, she loved the Korea show.
Ah.
She's like, Pat, I'm here because you talked it up. I said, and it didn't disappoint. Like,
Yeah,
the Korea
yeah.
show was
Look,
phenomenal.
that was the best thing.
And even just to see that that segment of Stan televised on SBS, man, phenomenal.
I've
The
got
way
it. Well,
they
I've got
had
it on the
cameras
page
going,
with all the
yeah.
with the Korean actually like commentating over the top, and that's what makes it for me. It's like,
it's all the angles coming
Yeah.
through, right?
Yeah.
Like the shot of his back, and they come around to the other
well, that's
side.
inspired me, and
Very,
I've got
very
JFit
professional.
Media onto that, so we can actually we're gonna like bring our media right up to look like, that standard. So like, look out for this media stuff that we're doing.
Channel J.
Yeah, JFit Media with his team. We're gonna, I know that Rory's excited to be able to get it happening, like get the creative cinematic sort of style stuff happening. So that's actually, like we're taking everything up a notch. Like,
Can't wait.
yes.
Can't wait. And, like going back to that Stan thing, like I remember at that pro show, I think they had something like 11 cameras. Those cameras everywhere.
Yeah.
It was like
Even
what
like the ones at the
hell?
football that are on like
That's
the
right.
the
Everything.
wire at the top
Everywhere
there.
you looked, there was a camera. I was like, geez, they're getting every single angle. Yeah.
It was a bit concerning.
No, it was good. It was good.
Yeah, no, look, got lots
Looking
to
forward to season 8 next year. I know we've got more information coming out in the next couple of weeks. And
look.
leading
Stay
into the
tuned,
start
and
of
not
next
only
year.
that,
Yeah.
to anyone that wants to jump on board as a sponsor, we do partnership the best, and I have no qualms in saying that.
Yeah.
Like, all right, you've tried it before, you maybe got a logo on a board or whatever, got nothing out of it. Yep,
Yeah.
get it. We see it, we hear it all the time. Come along with us, be part of the evolution of bodybuilding, and you will not regret it. We don't think we've ever had an unhappy partner with what we've delivered for them. Their return on investment is always there, and we go above and beyond. That's our goal, is to exceed expectations. So jump on board and let's personalise a package for you and be part of something so great, because it goes straight back to the athletes being not for profit.
Yeah.
This is going to help get more people overseas. This is going to,
And it's going to be a big show because we've got the one show format, so it's going to be huge.
Yeah,
so.
that's the thing. And your brand awareness isn't just at the show on a media ball. It will be the whole season leading up. We will work collaboratively with you. We will send JFIT Media to you. Sorry, we've put you in it, Jay.
Wherever he needs to be, we'll send him.
Because he's got nothing else to do.
No,
He's exclusive with
Just
NABBA.
travel everywhere.
Yeah, no. So, like, get on board.
Like Jay's been a blessing. Like, do you remember
Do the best.
the first Korea show that we went to?
They still
like,
call
Jay
him.
was all over it.
Well, they still call him
editing it.
JFIT Media. Like, they don't even know his name.
No, he was editing at bloody 3 o'clock in the morning.
They say to me, like, when we went, oh, we're JFIT Media, and I'm like, you ask him.
But do you remember? Do you remember Korea? Right. So
Yeah, he'd be like a meerkat, right?
We recording, right, all day.
Yeah.
And then we go to sleep at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning.
And then we see like a reel.
Post up 2 hours ago. I was like, did this guy sleep?
I just remember he was like, there was the backstage, and then you see this head pop up with a.
like a No,
Yeah,
it's good,
nah,
it's good.
best. Like,
Amazing content.
seriously,
Thanks, Jay.
best series. And yeah, it's thanks to NABBA for bringing him to you. Like to take credit for everything and everyone.
I'm looking forward to it. But
Nah, but
anything else
appreciate you,
wanna
Jay.
touch on moving into season 8 next year.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to touch on? Just for the
I
athletes, I guess.
want to say something.
Please.
I want to see more girls on the stage. I
Bring
want
it.
to see more girls on the stage. NABBA has been traditionally known as, I guess, for lack of a better term, a boys' club.
Yep.
It's always been, when people think NABBA, they just think, hardcore bodybuilding.
Yes.
But we have a range of categories. We've got wellness, we've got bikini, we've got toned figure, athletic
Right up
figure.
until physique.
And look, and I think don't be scared. If you're a female and you think there's not a category in NABBA for you, there is.
There is.
100%.
Have a talk to us, and we'll make sure that you're going into the right category. Even if it becomes a show day, like we've done before,
Yep.
and you're up on the stage, and we think, no, that's not the right fit. We'll make you.
Yeah.
We'll put
Well,
you in the,
how
in the
big
right,
were
right
the
category.
girls' categories at the Universe? Like, the lineups were massive.
huge.
Like, they're there. Like, you need to, this is what we're trying to bring to Australia, because the lineups are like massive. Like, it's
Yeah.
actually, hugely even
Yeah.
now
Yeah, absolutely.
across the board. It's just we need to catch up. And girls, like, it's a safe place, especially for the, like the bigger muscle girls that really don't know where they fit or there's no opportunities. We're creating opportunities for you. Like, it's a safe space to grow into it and to get as big or stay as what shape you want. There's somewhere for you to actually fit. It's not just one. And then, if you want to do that, then you have to get 10 times bigger to move up to the next one. It's like very great. And you can stop where you feel comfortable and you can live there.
Yeah. And it is, again, like, we just want to dispel that myth of it being a boys' club. I want to see more girls on stage. I think it's super
Me too.
important.
Come on.
I mean, it's a...
Bring it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Show us what you got. Look, we've got the opportunity for you. We've got the pro divisions that are giving
Come on, win some
$25,000
money.
bucks. Like, come on.
Yeah.
And apparently, next year, Korea's going to double that money.
Yeah, apparently I heard the same thing in the pro show. So bodybuilding, will probably go to 80 grand, and the bikini probably go to 50 grand. That's a lot of money. So
You're not getting it anywhere else. I'm telling you now.
Yeah.
Cool.
So we want to see more girls on stage. It's not just for all the other federations. Like I said, bikini, wellness. We have the toned figure, athletic figure as well. We've got everything right through to women's physique.
Yep.
So there is literally a category for everybody.
Okay.
then let me just say before we wrap this up.
Yeah.
Maybe I should say thank you. I should say a big thank you to you, Marielle.
Ugh. Why do
For
you
the
take? I was going
opportunities
to do this.
that you've given me. Like,
Ugh.
I've never traveled this much in my life. Like, Renee hates me. My wife hates me because she knows how much
Don't
I hate
even
traveling.
say
I've
that.
traveled more than her.
Yeah, wow.
But to judge internationally at multiple shows and at a pro show, it's been phenomenal for me to go around to
Yeah.
Korea twice. The UK last year. It's been an experience.
Yeah,
Look.
and same for me as well. Obviously, traveling, but I think we just speak on behalf of all the athletes that are involved with the New Look NABBA.
Yeah.
That we say a big thank you for the opportunities presented. Yeah, okay, there's the travel, but I feel like there's a new energy brought back into it.
Yeah.
I've been involved with NABBA for, oh goodness me, maybe 15 years thereabouts, and it's really refreshing.
Yeah.
And I also thank you from the perspective that obviously I have a role to play from a judging perspective, but I also feel like I have a good input as far as how we structure things, as far as on the day of the show.
Yeah.
I feel like I've been given a good free run on getting a judging panel together without having to go through red tape.
Yeah.
So look, for that, like, we're very, very grateful. I speak for Pat, and also I think I speak on behalf of the athletes. These opportunities you're giving people locally, internationally, and also the fact that you're just allowing things to run a lot smoother.
Yeah.
And we're losing the ego here.
Yeah.
We don't have this whole, crap of I'm the president, therefore, and the same goes here. I'm not going to say I'm the national head judge, so everything's got to go through me. Like, I'm so open to suggestions, and that's not only just from other officials, but from athletes as well.
Yeah.
I've had athletes. I actually, Sam Miles was one who was talking to me about poses for toned figure.
Yep.
And she made a suggestion to me regarding some poses, and I said, you know what? I like that.
Yeah.
And literally by the end of that phone call, we made that amendment for the poses for toned figure.
Yeah.
So, feedback from athletes. I've spoken to wellness girls as well regarding certain things that we're doing with the wellness. And again, we make these changes very, very quickly. It's just, by me not having to go to you.
It's the NABBA difference.
It is. By me not having to go to you every 5 minutes.
Best
for
hashtag
something,
there ever was, the NABBA
Yeah.
difference.
because I don't have to do that, we can make changes very, very quickly.
Yeah.
And also, it's nice because athletes can, they can contact me. They don't just have to, we better go to the official page.
Yeah.
Look, you can contact me. You can contact Pat.
Yeah.
If there's questions.
Well, I'm like, just go straight to
We'll
them.
do-
We're genuine people, and that's
Yeah.
a good thing about the NABBA team, right? All the judges on the panel, everyone that's involved, to sponsors, to volunteers, they're all like genuine people, right? And
We literally are a
once you have
family.
that right circle, it just works so easy.
Like, yeah. And, on that note, like, I wanted to say a big thank you to you guys. Like, anybody that knows me knows I love you guys like brothers. And I'm closer to you guys than my own brother. Like, I say it openly all the time. And, like, you guys have just come with me all around the world. Like, it's been, like, a crazy adventure. Like, Pat, to be next to me when we won the bid, like, I'll never forget that, and I'm forever grateful. Steve, you have just saved my butt like a million times, like, been incredible. Like, your contribution to NABBA Australia and NABBA as a whole is, I don't even have the words. I've just got gratitude, and I really, I can't, like, thank you's not
good.
enough,
We-
but,
we just wanna see-
but we are family, and,
We work together.
we do work together, but it's meant everything to me. Like,
We want to see it.
like,
Yeah.
I leave my family behind, you know what I mean? My kids and my husband is so incredible to support me to do all of this, but to know that I'm going with my brother is like, that there's no words, and I just don't want to cry something say so anymore. But thank you so much. I know this year's been trying. You've been to every single show in every single state, in every single country, like,
Fly in, fly out.
seriously, like,
We've been everywhere this year.
it has been taxing, and that's time away
Run
from your
down,
families
yeah.
and stuff as well.
Yeah.
It's not a small deal. It's a huge
But
deal
we
that
just wanna
I'm
see it.
grateful.
Yeah, we want to see it fly. We want to see NABBA take off.
Yeah.
And it's not easy. And if it was easy, everyone would be doing it. It's very easy to
I
criticise.
remember that. I remember this too. Like Steve, myself, Maria. This is volunteer work, right? We don't get paid. We do this because we love the sport, and we
100%.
want to see.
But in many cases, like we dip into our own pockets as well.
100%.
Yeah, we dip into our
100%.
own pockets,
Yeah.
whether
Yeah.
it be for prize
Well,
money.
especially
flights
like
or something,
this
yeah.
year, I've done a lot, but when it's mattered, because we did like suffer a lot. We gained everything. Don't get me wrong, worth it, but we suffered huge losses,
Yeah.
and when it counted, you guys actually just stepped in and go, you know what? Don't worry about it. I've got it. You've done it for me. Like I've got it. Like to me, that was like, oh my God, like Stephen even had me for England. Like seriously, like who does that? And we do that, and I'm so
even
so
the
grateful.
Korean Pro Show, right? We don't have enough money to pay for flights, but just seeing the team that was coming with us, we had Ariel, we had Stan, we had Heidi. I said, I'm there. I don't care. I have to be there.
Yeah.
I don't care how much it costs. I'm coming.
Yeah.
So, I love
It was craziness, and that's why we want our sponsors on board. We want that, like, as we, to just make it easier for everybody to get there, like, and because of the worlds and huge seasons and lots of travel and all of that sort of stuff. It was just super like difficult, but what we got out of it, like, it means everything, and it's put us in good stead for incredible future.
Some crazy.
It's coming. It's coming. Season 8. Be ready. Be prepared.
Seriously, do it. It's going to be the best. Like, if you're not there, you'll actually kick yourself. I promise you that.
Come travel with us.
Yeah, travel with us.
Experience.
All right. Thank
Wrap
you.
it up. Oh, my leg is dead. Thank you.